right now with a winning streak going.
The other meeting between the two teams was here October the 13th, and that was not surprisingly a very low-scoring game.
Something we exactly expected, Kenny. The Blues, in fact, were very frustrated early. We saw some real physical hockey. That's something that we expected to see, too. And this one, really, the power play goal, the only goal other than an empty net goal there. Dimitra scores it, and then we saw Havanov right here score into an empty net, his first career goal in the National Hockey League, and it was quite a celebration. He felt like number one, but he is not going to be in the lineup tonight. But that was a very, very memorable moment for Havanov.
It's the National Hockey League. Savvis Center, the Blues. Are they ready? Can they tonight put an end against an expansion team to a two-game losing streak? The opening face-off, the Wild, the Blues, coming up.
For the land of the free, in the land of the great. Charles Glenn with the National Anthem. Welcome back to the Savvis Center. Here it's the Blues and the Wild. Let's look at the Dodge starting goaltenders. Former Blue Jamie McLennan, you see his record, only one win this season, but he's actually played very well. The team has just not scored any goals for him when he's been in between the pipes. At the other end, it's going to be Roman Turek back in the net. A record 7 games over 500, a goals against average at 2.23, and a great save percentage, and he's very happy to be back in the net after not playing the other night. We look at the officials for tonight's game. The two referees are Blaine Angus and Don Van Massenhoven. The linesmen are Pierre Champeau and Thor Nelson. We look at Joel Quenneville, not very happy after the game on Thursday night. A 2-game losing streak. He wants to end that very quickly. And we look at Jacques Lemaire, who's done a fine job with the expansion team. An 8-game undefeated streak going for the Wild.
So we're underway here at Savvis Center. Back for the puck, Lubomir Sekerash. He gets hit, leaves the puck in the corner for Dowd. Up the middle it comes. This is a line of Dowd with Pellerin and Krivo-Kravtsov. And the Blues Pronger gets the puck. He's on with Reardon, Hesh, Turgeon, and Nash. The puck by Nash. There's no icing on this play. And back to control, Sean O'Donnell. He gets hit. Nash intercepts, centers. Hesh right there. Where's the puck? Turgeon shot, the save, another shot, and another save, and then things get a little rough. Oh, and in comes Nash. He's a good man to have with Turgeon, just as strong as Drake. Nash says, don't be bumping my star center.
Kenny, that's a great start for the Blues. That's something they needed to have here. They need to get this crowd involved. They did not have a strong game the other night against the Nashville Predators, and there's the man here that wanted to stir things up early, Tyson Nash. We talked about him before the game, promoted to the #1 line. 6 goals this year. He only had 4 all of last season. But it all started here. O'Donnell in the corner. We're going to see the hit, Turgeon the hit, and then going to the front of the net. We see some whacking, a good opportunity. The Blues almost with a goal here. And then you see there O'Donnell with the left arm to Turgeon. That's where Tyson Nash came in and took matters into his own. But because of it, we're going to see a penalty called against Tyson Nash. Good saves there by Jamie McLennan as he was just reaching out as far as he could. But a good move by Tyson Nash. That's what you want to do, come in as the Blues almost score here to start the game. But unfortunately, I don't think he deserved a penalty here at all, Kenny. I don't know why he gets one, but he's going to get a roughing call.
I could easily see 2 and 2, both teams getting a roughing, but it's a little tough to let Nash go off alone at 31 seconds. Power play, Minnesota terrible, worst in the league, 9%. The Blues penalty killing best in the league, 90%. So this should be no contest. It would be a huge upset if Minnesota were to score a power play goal. This is the Blues shorthanded attack, and the pass for Pronger knocked away. Pronger on defense with Finley. Up front, Hanzus and Eastwood killing the penalty. Now to center ice for Minnesota. Gaby, he shoots the puck in. Turek will handle it. Aaron Gaby knocks it down in the corner. Now played by the Blues. Conroy to Hanzus to Finley. Now to Conroy, bouncing puck. Can't get a shot and gets bumped off balance. Now the puck comes loose and the Wild will control. This is Sekerash, the 20 or 32-year-old. He's in his first NHL season from Slovakia. Now the puck played at center ice by Jim Dowd. He works in. Feeds over far side. Pellerin's on the near wing, and intercepting is Eastwood. The Blues give you the sense that in this shorthanded situation, they're looking for that break. Shorthanded, looking very offensive-minded. 40 seconds to go in the penalty to Nash. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. In the first period, there's no scores. Sekerash leaves the puck. Dowd will circle. Sekerash on 1 point. Eastwood intercepts, comes in front, he scores! Boy, Eastwood gets run down after the goal by Ladislav Minasek. But the Blues are celebrating Mike Eastwood. Just what we were talking about, shorthanded, thinking offense, his 4th goal of the season.
A great move by Eastwood and great penalty killing right to start off for the Blues. Very aggressive. And then the turnover right at the blue line. A great play by the Blues forechecking. And there's the steal right there. Walking in Eastwood, a little quick move, and then right in between the pads of Jamie McLennan. So that's a great move. And what a steal there by Eastwood. And then look at that nice little move. And then just right in between the pads, a quick shot. There should have been a penalty called at the end there, Kenny, in my opinion. But a big goal for Mike Eastwood.
I agree there should have been a penalty. Now we're back to live action. Walls leaves the puck at the defense. Kuba plays it ahead. Here's an opportunity for Walls. He's taken out. So what a way to start. The Blues almost score. They then get a penalty and score shorthanded. And the crowd loves it. Eastwood's 4th unassisted at 2:01. Kuba with the puck. He's a 23-year-old from the Czech Republic. A pass too far. McInnes leaves the puck for Nash, who saw all sorts of ice time against Nashville. Turgeon a Young in the corner to Turgeon. The Blues are changing. Turgeon slowed up. Walls has the puck. Plays it far side. Drake intercepts. Now the Blues have Drake with Young and Turgeon. What a save. Rebound. Turgeon shoots. He scores! Oh, baby! What a start! Pierre Turgeon makes it 2-0. Who said the Wild was undefeated in their last 8? They're sitting stunned now here at Savvis Center while the crowd is on its feet.
You can just see what the Blues are thinking. Kenny, after losing 2 straight, they're not going to have it happen again. And here's the shot from the point. And then Pierre Turgeon left all alone, able to just get that up. Jamie McLennan way out of position, but the original shot from Finley, the big long rebound, and then Pierre Turgeon all by himself there. The defenseman's diving, as is McLennan, but Turgeon got it up nice and high, and it's a big goal. The Blues with a 2-goal lead just inside 3 minutes to start the game.
2:54 of the time. Now an opportunity here. Good defensive play by Treble. Very good, in fact. From the point, a shot block. That's Bionic. Now here's Turgeon with Drake and Young. Turgeon with a puck. Looking for the pass. Beats far side. Pinching in is Finley. He and Treble are on the points. Turgeon again with a puck. Hits the back of the net. Young gets tied up. Works into the corner. Young, Turgeon, and Drake. So much for changing the lines all around. Joe Quenneville said to me before the game, I said, how long are you going, 5 or 10 minutes? He said, well, I'm going for 60. He didn't even make 3.
Well, this kind of start, though, you just want the guys to keep going, and right now they're on fire.
Blues up 2-0. Long pass up the middle with the puck slowing up. Taking a look, Sushinsky. Then in front, Roost, and a good save by Turek on the veteran Stacy Roost. Then Pellerin can't steal. Here's Conroy getting around Pellerin and then slowed up by Pellerin. Dowd again over here to Pellerin in front, and that pass goes out of the reach of Krivo-Kravtsov. That shot by Dowd well wide. Mayers ahead for Conroy too far. This is Conroy centering Mayers and Rayom. On defense, Reardon and Pronger. Mayers intercepts, then loses the puck. Andy Sutton drops it off to Conroy. Now Rayom with Jamal Mayers. He'll fire the puck behind the net. Controlling Sekerash. Leaves the puck for Sutton, who's a big guy, 6'6", 240, ex-San Jose Shark. Turgeon gets the goal at 2:54, his 18th from Drake and Salvador. Pronger sends the puck to center ice. Here's Eastwood, who already has a goal. Drop pass. Bears a shot, deflects wide. And the Blues trying to set up. Here's Nagy in the corner. Can't make the play. And the Wild on the attack. Both teams are changing. Puck shot in by Aaron Gavey, the well-traveled centerman. And the pass up the middle to Eastwood. Quickly far side for Ladislav Nagy. Then a pass for Lowe gets away. This is Sekerash back on defense. He feeds up too far for Matt Johnson. And the puck back to Roman Turek. The Blues are out shooting Minnesota 5-1 in the first period. Salvador, right wing, too far for Nagy. And the puck left out at center ice by O'Donnell. Then he'll get it back from Roos. Playing it over far side. And a pass comes to center ice, back to the defense, and back here to O'Donnell. He'll shoot the puck in. Turek comes way out of the net. His pass up the boards, knocked down. Then Minnesota intercepts. Trying to get in front, unable to. Then O'Donnell trying to slow the puck up, does, and it's shot in offside. McKenna offside as Sushinsky shoots it in, but McKinnis breaks out. Hanzus takes his pass, right wing to Hecht. Then in the middle, intercepted and turned away by Maxim Sushinsky. Both teams changing. Pass ahead too far for Hecht. Back in his own zone, Brad Bombardier leaves the puck for Ladislav Benasek. Benasek in trouble. Passes it over to Bombardier. He'll whack the puck off the boards. Trying to shoot it in, unable to. Lakasonen, and back for the puck is Benasek. Now to Bombardier again. The Blues changing. Now pass knocked away by Finley. Played at center ice by Benasek. He'll crank one in off his skate wide, and here's Dan Treble. In his first game with the Blues, up to Young. In the middle it comes to Drake. He'll shoot the puck in. Quickly after it, Young against Bombardier. Wall skates through. Loses the puck to Drake. He leaves it for Young. Scott Young. Poke check. And Minnesota takes over. Quick pass up the middle. Then the feed on the far side from Nielsen. And the puck shot in by Wes Walls. 7 minutes gone. First period, the Blues already up 2-0. Here's Scott Young with a pass over to Drake. Long shot. And Jamie McLennan the save. Here's Conroy on the rebound. The pass to Reardon. Quick shot. Another stick save. Then Conroy flips the puck out of Rayom's reach. Into the corner comes Mayers. He's spun around a bit by Dowd. Gets the puck to Conroy. And the pass for Rayom tipped to the boards. Rayom to Conroy. Can't center to Mayers. Pascal Rayom gets the puck. He's got Pronger at the point. Pronger moves to the middle of the ice. Rayom cycles the puck in the corner to Conroy. Behind the net. And Sean O'Donnell takes over for Minnesota. Tries to backhand the puck out. Reardon keeps it in for a moment. And as the Wild starts a change, Pronger takes the puck from Mayers and moves up. Pronger unable to really get the puck in strongly, but gets it in well enough, and the Blues also changing. Minnesota clears the puck out, and McInnes takes over in his own end. On with Bryce Salvador, the rookie. He's getting better and better every game. Gets to center ice, whips the puck in. Eastwood is out there with Nagy and Lowe. Nagy and Eastwood on the forecheck. McInnes barrels in, steals the puck, centers for Nagy. Can't get a shot. Eastwood can't. Salvador, a pass goes behind the net for Ladislav Nagy. Nagy, in the couple games he's played lately since being called up from Worcester, hasn't done much. With the puck, Sekerash. And the Wild will come to center ice. The puck shot in by Aaron Gavey, and they're changing.
Kind of difficult for Nagy. Used to being on the #1 line, of course, in Worcester, and now you're playing fourth line duty. Not with the what you call the most talented players out there either. You want to be on the big line with Turgeon, then you probably are going to do some more.
Right here, the Blues. Lowe gets the puck to Nash. Nash drops it. No one there. The Blues are changing. Joe Quenneville also pointing out that Nagy had been hurt, missed about 3 weeks at Worcester. Was back for a game or two before he got called up, so he really hadn't gotten his game going again. That's a tough position to be in.
Absolutely.
Finley over to Nash. Blues up 2-0. Nash shoots the puck in. He takes a late hit from McKenna, who pins him to the boards. Now a whistle, and the puck goes into the crowd. 9:09 gone in the first. Eastwood has scored for the Blues. So has Turgeon to make it 2-0.
The Wild 2-0 here at Savas, and we look at the Toyota keys to the game. The Blues need to win the battles in offensive corners. They need to fight out of the corners and get their scoring chances because they have to be patient through this trap. We'll show you that as the game goes on, how Minnesota traps. You got to dump the puck into the corners a lot, and then you have to fight your way out of the corners. And of course, special teams, a big reason the Blues are ahead already, Kenny. The best power play, or the best penalty kill against the worst power play, and the Blues have a shorthanded goal already this evening.
Hendrickson wins the draw from Turgeon. Then Turgeon intercepts on the pass headed for Pellerin. Drake in front, can't get a shot. Bombardier to center ice. Gives the puck up. Gets it back through his skates. Bellerin into the corner. Pronger beats him to it. Up the far wing by Drake. And here's Wes Walls. Near side to Benasek. And it's offside Minnesota with 9.5 gone in the opening period. Blues up 2-0. They've outshot the Wild 8-1.
It kind of tells the story in the Blues. Again, we talked about it before the game. The Blues don't want to make this a 3-game losing streak. And if this is any indication of the way they're fired up, it certainly has been a good start. We look at Jamie McLennan. Only 23 goals the team has scored for him when he's been in the net in 19 games. The Wild have been shut out 5 times when he's been in there. So that's tough when you're playing good goal. And he has. You look at his numbers, they've been very good. They're just not scoring any goals. You're not going to win any games when you don't get ahead. And it's going to be a tough one for him again tonight. They're already trailing 2-0.
It looks like it. Hanzus over far wing for Nash. Also on with Hecht. Nash is stopped. The puck flipped in, and McInnes gathers it in. Off the boards for Hecht. McInnes on with Salvador. He'll take the puck again. McInnes had a very poor game, uncharacteristically poor, the other night against Nashville. And the interesting thing was that Pronger was in a position where he was struggling just as much. The shot, the save by McLennan. McInnes lets her go. McLennan the save, rebound, huge pileup, and the puck is covered. The point being, it's almost impossible to have that man McInnes and Pronger both have a tough game on the same night. Jamie McLennan there facing the big shot from Al McInnes. Blues lead early 2-0.
Smiling Blues fan there as the Blues lead the Minnesota Wild 2-0.
Great start. Look at those shots. 10-1 Blues. Hendrickson facing off here against Conroy. Minnesota, that undefeated streak of 8. In the previous 8, before this stretch where they're unbeaten in 8, they had only 1 win in those previous 8 games. So they really were struggling. Then all of a sudden turn it around.
They're only 4 games below 500, which is very respectable for an expansion team.
Very much so. Gavey can't win the draw. Finley to Treble. Shot deflected by Rayom. Loose. Swimming for it. McLennan can't get it. Puck controlled by Minnesota. Pass at center ice. Trying to work the puck in. They're unable to. Johnson doing a little shoving with Jamal Mayers. Johnson gets the puck in. Gavey can't get there, nor can Hendrickson. And now at center ice, here's Kuba. He'll shoot it in. Turek behind the net leaves it for Finley. Finley and Dan Treble paired up on defense. Sasha Havanoff, in case you missed us mentioning it earlier, getting the night off. And Aaron Gavey back, whips the puck up the boards. Johnson plays it for Hendrickson too far. Now Minnesota is changing. Here's Jeff Finley, right wing to Mayers. He'll blast the puck in, and the Blues are going to change. Far side, unable to clear it out is Sushinsky. Blues take it. Eastwood sends the puck behind the net, and Sutton takes over. Up from McKenna too far. The puck will not be an icing call, and here is Salvador. Low now up front with Eastwood and Nagy. Minnesota intercepts, but so does Salvador. Nice job helping out. And here's Reed Lowe, who did not play the other night. To Nagy, cutting in the shot off the back of the net. And the puck controlled by Minnesota. Nagy throws his weight into Bombardier, as does Reed Lowe. The Blues lead it early, 2-0. The puck comes back near the point. Al McInnes has it. Over to Salvador. Wrist shot. And that hits a leg. And Minnesota starts up the ice. Here's Bombardier playing the puck to Sushinsky. And McKenna is offside on the near wing. We're down to 8:17 to go here in the opening period. Blues up 2-0. Our Bud Light, what's on tap? Philadelphia will be here on Monday night. Then the Blues will go out west for 4. On the 18th, Edmonton will be in. 2 nights later, Vancouver. Then New Jersey, maybe the best team in the East. They'll be here the 25th. And San Jose having a great season here at Savvis Center the 27th. There are the Ticketmaster phone numbers.
Well, we look at Dan Treble, the newest comer to the Blues. He came over in the deal from Pittsburgh for Mark Bergevin.
Back for the puck is Pronger. Around far side for Drake, on with Turgeon and Young. Boy, Drake very patient, runs out of room there against Nielsen. And Young feeds the puck over to Pronger. He'll bank it ahead. Glove down and played ahead by Benasek. Now here's Wes Walls, who played in Switzerland the last 4 seasons. Into the corner, Pronger. His pass ahead. Drake leaves the puck for Turgeon. Turgeon to the red line. Flips the puck in wide of the net. O'Donnell in the corner with Young. Drake is there also, trying to pry the puck loose. He gets rammed to the boards. Treble is at the near point, and the puck comes to him. He lets a shot go, and that's blocked in front by Wes Walls, who comes to center ice. Then Minnesota just shoots the puck in. Both teams are changing. The Blues lead it 2-0. Minnesota still with only 1 shot on goal as Nash gets the puck in. Back to play at Kuba. Then Nash getting roughed up a bit, getting held, and now there's going to be a penalty call here against Minnesota. Boy, that's all the Wild needs, is to be shorthanded. The way things have been going, that means trouble for Jacques Lemaire's club.
Well, whenever you can get a 2-goal lead on an expansion team, and this team does not score a lot of goals, so you got to feel pretty secure. But if the Blues can really get a goal here, then it would be wonderful to be a 3-goal lead. You take a look at the penalty here, you're going to see right there Sean O'Donnell just grabbing a hold of the stick there of Tyson Nash. Pretty obvious call there. So O'Donnell goes off. The Blues go on the first power play of theirs for the night.
So Nash, who was penalized early, evens that up. Eastwood scored on the Blues' first power play. The Blues' first shorthanded goal since October 31st at Nashville. There you see the Blues power play. 18%, 8th in the league, and Minnesota, not surprisingly, pretty strong penalty killing. You would expect that from a Jacques Lemaire team. The Blues' other goal scored by Turgeon. They scored twice in 53 seconds early to take the lead. Now they see what they can do on the power play. McInnes and Pronger on the points. Hanzus has the puck. Hesh takes the pass. Out in front of the net is Nagy. Of course, the Blues missed Dimitra a lot, no question about it. Nagy back to the point. McInnes had moved to the middle. The Blues without Dimitra. They're out without Lubos Barteshko. The healthy scratches, Havanoff, Reed Simpson, and Vladimir Shebaturkin. Here's McInnes ahead, out of the reach of Hesh. Could be icing. Back is Sekerash, and he makes the touch, and that is an icing call against the Blues. Thousands will audition, but only 5 will become stars. Emotions, folks, run high as dreams are realized or lost in the search for a new all-female pop band. Don't miss the premiere of Pop Stars, Friday, January 12th at 8 on WB 11. Ken Wilson, Bernie Fedorko at Savas Center. 1:23 to go, and the Blues man advantage. Hendrickson and Turgeon on this faceoff. Hendrickson killing the penalty with Gaby up front. The Blues have McInnes and Pronger on the points. Kuba is on defense with Sekerash for Minnesota. Turgeon in quickly, gets the puck to Drake. He'll leave it at the point for McInnes. Straight away to Pronger. Back to McInnes. Now to Pronger. He's got Young far circle. Not a good situation to shoot in. Young, Drake, Turgeon up front. Boy, if the Blues could get a goal here. Now McInnes feeds to Drake. Blues very patient here with a man advantage. McInnes not getting a lot of room, but boy, he makes the most of it. How do you have so little room and still hold the puck so long? And the puck deflects into the Minnesota bench. Minnesota here, Bernie, showing that they're not going to give Pronger and McInnes much room.
Now they're playing a real high box right now. When you have a high box, you got to get that puck down deep into the corners. And you see McInnes, great stick handling, great patience, just hold it. The guy's right there, but he's not coming on. Even when he lost it, he's still able to get it back and then just keep moving it, forcing the guy to fall down. But they've got to get some pucks deeper into the corners here. When you got this high box, the 2 forwards way out on the point, you can get it down low. You want to work a 2-on-1 on one of the defensemen down by the net.
5:58 left. First period. 43 seconds to go in the power play. Pronger able to keep the puck in over to McInnes, but he's got a wobbly puck to contend with. And he'll get it right back from Pronger. Crowd a little anxious. They'd like to see a shot. It's not going to happen. Bombardier breaks out. Just flips the puck in. And Minnesota changing here. They're shorthanded. The shot still 10-1 Blues. Pronger with a puck. He'll come over for Hecht. He gets hooked a bit by Dowd. Then Turgeon to Pronger over to McInnes. He'll shoot the save. And the puck in the crease knocked away. Pronger will let Turgeon take the puck. Blues kind of changing the look here a little bit now on the power play. with McInnes on the far side. Here's Turgeon, the shot, McLennan the save, and he covers the puck for a whistle, and the penalty to Sean O'Donnell is over. 5:14 left on the clock. We're in the first period, and the Blues lead the Wild 2-0.
Turgeon with a good play, and we talked about moving the puck down deep on the power play. Well, this is it. And Turgeon with an excellent scoring opportunity. A good save by Jamie McLennan.
Conroy out there now with Rayome and Mayers, Treble and Finley. And they're going to wave out Conroy, and Mayers will come in for the faceoff against Minnesota native Darby Hendrickson. And Minnesota controls. Puck comes loose. Rayome steers the puck to the net, but McLennan able to grab it before any further damage.
I'm very surprised right now how disorganized the Wild seem to be. Right off the faceoff here, no one in front of the net. You see 3 Blues players going there, but only 2 of the Wild players. You can't ever get outnumbered in front of the net. And it seems that that's what's happening to the Wild.
Treble a shot, that's blocked, and the puck cleared by Matt Johnson, too far for Aaron Gavey. Finley leaves the puck for Rayome. Under 5 minutes remaining in the opening period. The Blues are up 2-0. Mayers sends the puck in. Conroy using his speed, trying to cut in on Sekerash. Gets taken into the corner and bumped down. Then Hendrickson gets the puck ahead. Johnson can't clear. This is Jamal Mayers trying to force his way, and that's a tough go. Then Rayome has his pass broken up by Sekerash. His pass right wing for Gavey. Gavey has another idea. Conroy with a puck. He'll just tip it in. And in fact, both teams are changing. The Blues are out shooting Minnesota 13-1. Minnesota. Andy Sutton. Pass intercepted. Eastwood to Nagy. Back to Eastwood. Back to Nagy. And the puck poked away by Kuba. Here comes Minnesota. McKenna gets the puck right back after passing it off to Roos. And around far side, too far for Nagy. Here's O'Donnell. He's on defense with Kuba, who takes the pass. Then a feed for Roos by him. The length of the ice. Quickly back Reardon. And an icing call against Minnesota. 3:55 left in the first period. That's been owned by Chris Pronger and the Blues. They're up 2-0. Our Postnet.com fan poll. We invite you tonight to log on to stlouisblues.com. Who has the early lead on capturing the Norris Trophy? There's the list of 6. That's a pretty good and pretty comprehensive list. If you have another notion, feel free to add on to your ballot. Blake, Bork, Leach, Lidstrom, McInnes, Pronger.
I think that all 6 of those, especially those 2 right there, McInnes and Pronger, have a great chance of winning. Both of them former winners, as is Rod Blake, as is Bork. The only guy that hasn't won one is Lidstrom on that, and he's like been the bridesmaid for 3 or 4 years now and just never been able to make it to the altar, Kenny.
Pretty good player.
Oh. But Leach is having a fine year offensively anyway, and there's another guy that's won 2 Norris trophies, so pretty good bunch of defensemen right there.
Blues get the puck in. Wild takes over. Wes Walls flips the puck over to Kuba. The defenseman tries to work it in, and the Blues take over. Reardon over here to Pronger. Of course, Reardon and Pronger played well together last season, and they're back together tonight. Turgeon left wing for Drake on Bombardier. Blues changing. Drake taken out by Bombardier. Puck knocked past Turgeon to Hendrickson. He'll weave it back behind the net. And this is Vladislav Benison. Up the boards, not out. Then the shot blocked. And it's center ice. Minnesota trying to work in. Krivo-Kravtsov getting the feed from Bombardier. He's stopped. There's going to be a penalty here. And it'll be against Minnesota. There'll be a slashing penalty called against Minnesota. So Jacques Lebert's club down 2-0. And they're going to be shorthanded again.
Don Van Massenhoven has made the call. He made a good play for the Blues about, what, 2 minutes ago, blocking Matt Johnson down left wing. And everybody not sure who is the penalty against.
He wants Krivo-Kravtsov, and he's doing everything but going to the penalty box, and finally goes over there. Sergei Krivo-Kravtsov.
Krivo-Kravtsov certainly the most talented player on this team. You see him stick handling. Al McInnes stood him up there, pushed him back, and I guess that's where the slash was right there. Not a very hard slash by any means, but I guess in the wrong spot. As you can see, he's pretty shocked that he got a penalty, but the Blues now an opportunity to take a 3-goal lead.
I'd have to share in that amazement.
Yes.
So the Blues on the power play. 17:06 the time of the penalty. The Blues 0 for 1. They had a couple of shots on their power play. Here's Jochen Hesch trying to make it 3-0. Gets in front. The shot. The save, and the puck cleared down the ice by Kuba. Here's McInnes. Minnesota changing to Pronger. Back for Al McInnes. He'll fire it in. Up front, you've got Turgeon, Hecht, and Young. Young to Turgeon. The puck skips away, and the puck cleared out by Pellerin. Pronger's got a man on him. Says, let's use Turek. He's good. Dowd a little bit of a forecheck there. Here's Pronger. Blues are playing with a lot of confidence tonight, no question. Now at center ice, they get a little confused. Here's the pass for Jochen Hecht. He'll tip the puck into the middle. Scott Young with a rolling puck. Thinking point goes there to Pronger. Now to McInnes. He'll shoot. Deflection. Loose puck. And Minnesota can't handle it. Young a shot. That's blocked. Here's Turgeon. Wanted to go to McInnes initially. Not there. Now Pronger. Hecht in front by everyone. McInnes moves in. And the puck deflects into the crowd. And there's 45 seconds to go. In the Blues man advantage and 1:39 remaining in the opening period.
We talk about the trap. We keep talking about it. Minnesota has not used it that much, but you're going to see here when they only can forecheck with one, you'll see all 4 guys are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And now when the Blues work out, they're all going to move back here, and the defense move forward, so there's nowhere to go, so you have to dump it in every time. And this is what Minnesota wanted to do, but now all of a sudden when you're down by 2 goals, you can't trap that much because you have to generate some offense. But I expect that if they get through this period without giving up another goal, Kenny, in the second period will expect that they'll go to that trap and look for just some breaks in the neutral zone to try to make some turnovers to hopefully get some scoring chances at the Blues end.
Blues get a goal on this power play, and it's a different type of situation. Drake leaves the puck. Reardon over to McInnes. Here's the shot. It deflects. Oh, and Jamie McLennan makes the save. Sometimes it can be tougher when the puck deflects, as that one did.
Well, Jamie McLennan has been getting a lot of work. 15 shots on goal already, but look at the traffic in front. McLennan mishandled it for a second, but it ended up going into him. But when McInnes winds up, everybody should get out of the way. You see how it just broke the blade of that stick right off. That's how hard he shoots the puck. Here it is again, just a quick release there, the big slapper. And you can see he's always looking where he shoots it, and that's why he is so darn good. No one in the league better than shooting the puck than Al McInnes.
There are the shots. 15-1 Blues. Eastwood scored at 2:01 shorthanded. 53 seconds later, Turgeon scored. That man's been busy. Jamie McLennan. 1 win, 12 losses, 6 ties, but a brilliant 2.4 goals against average this season. Minnesota played last night at home. They beat Detroit in overtime 3-2. The Blues, of course, had last night off. 22 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Hanzus on the faceoff, getting frustrated, and I believe he's going to be waved off. Darby Hendrickson gets to stay, and no, they're going to wave off Hendrickson. So Nagy now will move in on the faceoff with Gavey. Gavey, of course, much of his career has been a center, though he's playing wing here tonight. Faceoffs are even, 8 aside. A battle here for the puck. Who wants it? Who gets it? McInnes unable to keep it in, and it's Pronger. At center ice with 1:05 to go in the first. Nagy over to Hanzus. Here's Drake. Now to McInnes. He'll let her go. Oh, and a dazzling glove save by Jamie McLennan. Nice save as McInnes had one heading along the near post and up.
A good save by Jamie McLennan, but no traffic in front of the net, and that's the key. A nice play, Dallas Drake across to McInnes, but the big blast, you can see there's no one in front of the net, so you see where he just stands up and gloves it. We ISO here, Al McInnes calling for the puck and getting for it, and then just a big quick blast, and a good save by Jamie McLennan, who's right to the top of the crease as he should be in that situation. No one in front of him. Pretty easy save for him.
1 second to go in the Krivokravtsov penalty. 55.8 seconds remaining in the first period. Conroy on this faceoff. Can't get the puck back. Now the penalty is over. Conroy on the boards. Behind the net to Mears. Back to Conroy. He'll take a shot at deflects wide. Working in front. Mears, and right there on his knees is Jamie McLennan. And play stopped with 42.6 seconds to go in period one.
Right now, the Blues totally controlling this game, and Minnesota played last night, as we told everybody, 3-2. They beat Detroit in overtime last night, flew in here, so they are certainly the tired team, and I don't think the Blues are the happiest team in the world after losing 2 in a row, so I guess we can understand why the Blues are out shooting the Wild 17-1. Doc Lemare, you see his numbers. Most of those from his years in New Jersey as the head coach. They won a Stanley Cup with Jersey back in, what, 96 or 95?
He's been pretty successful, and I'll tell you something. If he can take an expansion team and be anywhere near 500 as he is now, of course he hasn't done it over a full season, but if he can do that, I mean, he's got to be coach of the year, doesn't he?
He certainly should be looked at that way. With the talent that he's got, it's not a lot of talent, but they play a good system, and they frustrate a lot of teams with the system they use with that trap, and because of it, they get turnovers in the neutral zones, and the forwards have done a pretty good job. You see Scotty Pellerin right now leading this team, getting only 23 points, so it's not what you call a scoring team. In fact, they have only 2 players that have more than 20 points, and that's both Pellerin and Jim Dowd. On the other hand, the Blues have got, let's see, 3, 5, 7, 8, and then, of course, the injury to Pavel Dimitrov, so 9 guys over 20 points. A big difference.
Jeff Nielsen gets the puck ahead. Trying to work in. Lakeson, then a shot by Walls turned away. This is Wes Walls, Jeff Nielsen, and Antti Laaksonen. And the Blues get the puck out. Mears after it, trying to work around Sutton. Uh-oh, he hits that beam in the glass. Appears to be all right. And here's Tyson Nash. 14 seconds to go. Nash is going to get a penalty. Then Walls, who's a wee little guy, sort of stands up. But Nash is going to get the initial penalty. And the Blues are quite a bit feistier tonight than they were the other night against Nashville here.
Yes, they are, and that was very nasty, the Tyson Nash. That's a cross-check. This is what you call a cross-check. We'll see if Jamal Mears get everything. But the original hit, the call right in front of the referee. You'll see the hit here. This is Jamal Mears getting hit right there by Andy Sutton. Now Sutton goes back to get the puck right here. Now we'll see it again from this angle. You see that right into that little bar there. And I'm glad that there is padding on that bar, and so is Jamal Mears. But here it is again. Oh, that hurts a little bit. And then the cross check right here, right there, from behind by Tyson Nash. And that's why he goes off for the second time. And Jamal Mears got his even there, too.
19:48, the time of the Nash cross-checking penalty. Kyle and Andy want to say hi to Bill Fellis and Jessica Turner and to Laura Fieser tonight. Wild 0 for 1 on the power play. Just a few seconds here. Sekerash with a puck, gives it to Kuba. 3 seconds to go. Over on the wing for Hendrickson, and that's going to do it. So that's the end of the period. The Blues get 2 early goals. Eastwood shorthanded, then Turgeon. The shots on goal, 17-3 Blues. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Coming up in our Auto Tire Intermission Report, we'll visit with Pierre Turgeon and a WB11 news break and first period highlights. After 20 minutes, plenty of physical play, plenty of shots by the Blues. They lead the Wild 2-0.
We'll see how Turk reacts.
Dowd, Pellerin, Krivokravtsov for Minnesota. Remember, the Blues are shorthanded. They have Eastwood killing the penalty with Hansu, Stronger, and Finley on defense in front of Turek. This is Darby Hendrickson dropping the puck. Sekerash gets it along the boards to Pellerin. Into the corner. Krivokravtsov out to the point. Sekerash, a shot, and Turek makes the save. On the other point is Philip Kuba, and the Blues get the puck and send it the length of the ice. So 1:17 left in the Tyson Nash penalty. Minnesota 0 for 1 on the power play. They had 2 shots early in this power play. This is Kuba over to Sakarash. Sakarash from Slovakia. Kuba is from the Czech Republic. And Pronger dumps the puck in. We're just shy of the 1-minute mark in the second period. The Blues have a 2-0 lead. Of course, at home, they've lost only 3 all season. 3 of 21 games. McInnes back, and he clears the puck the length of the ice. 40 seconds to go in this Minnesota man advantage. This is Bombardier on the wing to Roos, the ex-Red Wing. He's stopped, and Hanzu sends the puck down the ice. We remind you, the Wild power play successful only 9% of the time. They own the worst power play numbers in the entire league. Roos, the shot, the save. McInnes tries to clear the rebound out. It's kept in at the point by Benisek. Now behind the net, it's tipped away. Conroy gets the puck, and it's cleared down the ice.
Now it's just a futile power play. Only 5 goals on the road on the power play, Kenny, in the road games. So you can tell that this is not a very impressive power play. And the Blues, again, though, with the best penalty killing in the league, will make a lot of teams look bad on the power play.
Blues back at full strength. The puck the length of the ice. Trouble goes back to touch it. He does. And an icing call against Minnesota. Of course, that man, Jamie McLennan, and Scott Pellerin, their leading scorer, played with the Blues last season.
Yes, they did. Jamie McLennan and Roman Turek teamed up to be the best goals against average in the National Hockey League last year. Jamie very disappointed when he was not protected. Scott Pellerin, a good opportunity for Scotty, a very, very solid player defensively. Now he's getting a lot more chances now. He leads the team, the Minnesota team, in scoring, and he was the captain for the month last month, I should say, and he's an alternate captain right now. Jacques Mayer, a little different, does things differently. As a different player, be captain for a month. So Scotty was for the month, I believe, of October or November, I guess it would have been, and now he's back to being assistant captain. So a good opportunity for those young guys, though, when they get a chance to go to an expansion team and play more.
With the puck, Sakarash up to Walls. Walls has Nielsen in front of him. The pass too far. Also on now, Laaksonen. Laaksonen doing the forechecking. Good pass there from Young up to Turgeon. Drake will go to the net. So does Young on his backhand. The shot kicked away by McLennan. You can count on one hand the number of fellows that have got the good backhand shots. Conroy is one of them on the Blues, but there aren't many you see in this league.
No, Turgeon still does it very well, and he does it a lot, actually. But it's a lost art, Kenny, the backhander.
Here is Finley back. Minnesota changing. Up the middle to Turgeon, now to Rayom. The Blues changing also. Rayom, a bad angled shot, hits the side of the net. Falling down is Krivo-Kravtsov. Conroy to Salvador. Behind the net, Rayom. He's got Mayers there. Mayers flips the puck ahead. Minnesota intercepts. Hendrickson gets it ahead. Krivo-Kravtsov comes near side. Kuba tips the puck in. Then he trips Salvador, and there's going to be a penalty here against Philip Kuba.
Kuba with 2 goals last night, the game winner in overtime for the Wild against Detroit. This time he's going to be penalized for tripping Bryce Salvador. Just joined the rush. He likes to move up with the play, and there he is guilty of hooking. You'll see it right here as he goes into the corner and just hooks there the right leg of Bryce Salvador. And that's pretty obvious there, and the referee with the call, and the Blues on the power play. Here it is. You can see it very quickly there, how fast it can happen, and Kuba knew as soon as that whistle went that he was in the penalty box.
So Kuba goes off at 3:15. You're watching the Blues on KPLR TV St. Louis, WB11. The Blues 0 for 2 in the power play, 5 of their 18 shots with the man advantage. Minnesota's had only 5 shots on goal in this game. Here's McInnes. He and Pronger on the points. Up front on the power play initially. Hanzus with Hecht and Nagy. Hecht slowed up, loses the puck. And it's cleared out by Gaby. Nagy runs into Hendrickson at center ice. Neither one expecting that. Now Nagy with the puck gives it back to Pronger. And this is McInnes. He'll fire it in. Nagy goes along the near boards with Hecht. And it comes back to Pronger. Over to McInnes. To Pronger. Blues trying to make it 3-0, which would really change the complexion of this game. McInnes faking that shot. Minnesota very patient. Oh, good save by McLennan on Pronger. Hesh gives the puck to Nagy. On to Hanzus. Out to McInnes. Now to Pronger. This is McInnes again. Over to Nagy. He'll let her go. And the shot blocked nicely by Benasek. Here's McInnes. Here's the shot. Pass. The save. Rebound. Puck loose. Hesh can't get it on the empty net. And the puck covered behind the goal. The Blues come very close there. And so much happens on the power play off the Al McInnes shot.
Al McInnes with his head up all the time. But the bad part here, Kenny, is that the Blues had 3 forwards that were all left-handed shots. And no one could go in that off wing here. We see the deflection. There should have been one of those guys that are a right-hand shot, but Hesh, Nagy, and Hanzus all left-handed shots, so no one's in a situation there where they can one-time it on that pass across to left wing. And we'll get a good look here from the overhead here. Jamie McLennan trying to find it, and a good job by Hesh digging it out, and just unfortunately sliding it by that short side. But Al McInnes, you see his power play points. There's no one better that can quarterback a power play in this National Hockey League than that man, Al McInnes.
Blues up 2-0. That's the score. They beat the Wild by here on October 13th. On the power play for another 48 seconds. Drake gets hit. Young with a puck. Turgeon also out there. Turgeon waits to McInnes. Here's the shot. Knocked down. Might have hit Drake. And the puck cleared down the ice by Antti Laaksonen. Jim Dowd, we haven't seen for a while. He has bruised ribs. He's being evaluated. His return is doubtful. Jim Dowd, who played quite a bit in the first period. McInnes to Pronger. Over here to Young. Now back to Pronger. Well, Minnesota doesn't give you much on the power play, Bernie. You can see why they have pretty good, or on the penalty killing. Their penalty killing has pretty good numbers.
Yes, they do a very good job there. You got a high box, and they really are aggressive, and that's what you need to be.
Out to McInnes. Now the penalty over. Kuba on. Young. Shot deflected wide. Turgeon flips the puck. It'll come back to McInnes. He'll shoot. And that goes high. The puck on his edge. Sakarash slowing down Turgeon. Drake feeds far side for Young. Back for Turgeon. Minnesota is back at full strength. Here's Young. Whipping the puck behind the net. Now Drake beaten to the puck, but catches up with Scotty Feller, and then Kuba sends the puck ahead, and Pronger takes over. He'll just flip it in. The Blues are changing. Minnesota would like to. 5 seconds away from the 6-minute mark. Period 2. Neither team has scored in this period. The Blues lead it 2-0. Good hit by Nash. Jeff Finley fires the puck in. Nash is up front with Lowe and Eastwood. There's a long pass, and it'll go the length of the ice. Puck sent down the ice by O'Donnell, and Finley touches it. Icing against Minnesota. The Blues on goals by Eastwood and Turgeon lead it 2-0. Blues lead it by a score of 2-0. And find out what happens when people stop acting real and start acting really funny. It's the sketch comedy show that makes Saturday Night Live blush. Check out Hype tomorrow night at 7:30 on WB11. Minnesota with a puck, trying to clear it up the boards and out, and they're able to. And the puck will go the length of the ice. Al McInnes to touch it, and an icing call against the Wild. Well, Commerce Bank presents tonight's Superfan. Each WB11 home telecast, a Commerce Bank customer wins great prizes, including team apparel and a $100 Commerce Bank savings bond. Carrie Bowers, you see her there on the left, is the winner tonight. She is our Commerce Bank super fan, and show us that you're a Blues fan and a Commerce Bank customer, and you could be our next super fan. Open a Commerce Bank checking account first thing Monday. Again, congratulations to Carrie Bowers. Eastwood on this draw against Stacy Roost. Blues tip the puck back to McInnes. He'll whip it around the boards. Here's Reed Lowe with Nagy, and the pass tipped away. Roost on the outlet. The puck comes on the wing. Unable to play it is Sushinsky. And Lowe tries to work in, and Sushinsky ends up with a puck to Sutton. Andy Sutton on defense with Philip Kuba. And the puck at center ice. Roos the feed just too far for Steve McKenna. The puck not out. Sutton a shot. He scores. And this is how Minnesota does it. They kind of sneak up on you. Andy Sutton, 6'6", 240, left point, lets it go, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Now, I don't know if Steve McKenna may have touched this. It might have been deflected, but it was a bouncer, and it looked like McKenna even turned his skate to try to do something. We'll see the shot from the point. Right in front there, you see the skate there of McKenna. Now, I don't know if he touched it or not, but it seems to change. Roman Turek did not see it. They'll see it from here. Went right through Roman Turek's pads, but a simple shot to the net. And let's see if it did hit anything there. Maybe not. Right through the legs there of Steve McKenna and through the pads of Roman Turek. So the Wild, although there's only, what, 6 shots now, Kenny? Or 5 shots, and they are only a goal behind.
It's amazing. They're in the game, but they're in games all the time. Conroy shoots it in. 10 of the Wild's last 12 games, 10 of their last 12 games have either been ties or games decided by 1 goal. So they play close games almost all the time. Now the Blues trying to get something back. Mayers with Conroy. In front, you've got a man open, Rayom, and the puck goes wide. And the puck cleared out by Minnesota, played ahead by the Blues. Finley gets the puck back from Conroy. Over far side for Treble in the playoff side on the pass up to Jamal Mayers. 6:59, the time of the goal. Sutton second, unassisted.
Well, just a simple shot from the point, but when you've got a guy as big as Steve McKenna in front of the net there, he was trying to corral it. Roman Turek never saw it until the last second, and somehow it found its way in between his legs. And he'd like to have that one back. You know, you keep that stick down on the ice and you expect to stop it, and it somehow got through there, and I don't know how it got through there, but it must have had eyes, Kenny.
Amazing, and it kind of looked like it jumped up, might have even hit Turek's stick up on the shaft a little bit.
And it looked like it was on the side too, and then all of a sudden that puck, instead of being that wide, it's only the wide, what, 1 inch wide there instead of being 4 inches. I don't even, how big is the puck?
It's about 3 feet wide, a couple feet high. I don't know, Brett.
I guess I should know that in the rule book. But
it's in the rule book. Well, you've handled the puck deftly more often than I have, so you should be able to estimate the size of it.
Yeah, I would say it's got to be, what, 4 inches and 3.5 inches in diameter?
I'd say not quite that big.
Yeah, I'm going to find out.
If you'd like to talk with us, you can email us, fax us. How big is the puck exactly? Good save by McLennan on that shot. Here's Hesh with Hanzus and Nash. Hendrickson all over Yoke and Hesh. Hesh feeds in front for Hanzus, well covered. Nash one-hands the puck and ends up being grabbed there by Jamie McLennan. So the Blues putting a little pressure on. Well, the Wild only winning 2 of 12 in October, getting better in November, have a plus 500 mark in December, and you see 2 games here in January undefeated. Bernie's got the rule book out. We're going to have the exact measurement of the puck. I would say it's 3/4 of an inch in height and 2.5 in width.
Okay, Kenny. I'm getting there. I hope.
We've got a lot of time, Bernie. It's only the second period.
Good.
Now here is Nielsen. He leaves the puck. Sector Ash gets it ahead. Glove down by Salvador to Turgeon. Stopped. And Bryce Salvador gets the puck again. Gives it to McInnes. Back for Salvador. Drake, Turgeon, Young up front for the Blues. Salvador shoots the puck the length of the ice. They wave off icing. Here's Sean O'Donnell back, the 29-year-old defenseman. His feet up the middle. McInnes back, trying to get by him, unable to. Laaksonen. And here's Drake with a puck. His pass goes by everyone. Sean O'Donnell back again for Minnesota. 9:10 gone here in the second. Blues scored twice in the first. The Wild has answered with a goal in this period. Laaksonen shoots the puck in. Here's Jeff Nielsen against Salvador, who takes him out. McInnes screams the puck off the glass to center ice to Sutton.
1 inch thick and 3 inches in diameter.
There you go.
And shall weigh between 5 1/2 ounces and 6 ounces.
Now there'll be a penalty called here. It'll be a slashing penalty on Minnesota, 1 inch by 3 inches, and it can differ in weight depending on, I guess, the full content of the rubber.
Half an ounce is not that much. 5.5 to 6 ounces. It's not that much. Half an ounce.
There's no reason to be that exact in life anyway.
I agree. I agree. Well, Andy Sutton's going off for slashing now that we know what the puck, and it's made of rubber. We all know that.
It is
and they freeze it. And they freeze it. But there's the slash right there by Andy Sutton. So he'll go off. The Blues another opportunity on the power play. Hopefully they'll get that 2-goal lead back.
I was going to say galvanized rubber. It's made of vulcanized rubber. So chemists and those kind of people would know what vulcanized rubber is.
I don't.
It's hard rubber as opposed to soft.
Yes, and it hurts and cuts too when it hits you in the wrong places.
Vulcanized rubber. 0 for 3 of the Blues in the power play. 7 of their 22 shots coming with a man advantage. So Sutton going off here at 9:35. There is the puck. What's the size of that whistle, by the way? Do you know?
No dimensions.
No dimensions given on whistles. Here's Al McInnes. He'll shoot wide, and the puck will carry him all the way back into the Blues end. So it's 2-1 Blues. They could really use a power play goal. But again, Minnesota very stingy. Their penalty killing at 85%, 13th in the league. This is Pronger. Here's McInnes. Here's the shot. The tip attempt by Hanzus, and he seemed to get a piece of it, is stopped, and the puck cleared down the ice by Aaron Gaby. And quickly, Minnesota sends on 4 fresh penalty killers. Shots in this period, 5-3 Blues. They're out shooting Minnesota 22-6. Turgeon right wing to Nagy, heshed behind the net. Now to Turgeon. Heshed. McInnes and Pronger remain at the points. Turgeon pass tipped away. Look at Nagy, a shot! Glove save by Jamie McLennan. Nagy may have had a little more time than he thought, and McLennan makes a good save.
That puck caromed off Pierre Turgeon and ended up going right to the front of the net. You'll see Turgeon just trying to throw it across, but it caromed, look at this, perfectly to Nagy. And he didn't know he had more time because he could have certainly maybe taken a step, and he needed to get that higher anyway. He was trying to beat McLennan on the glove side. The only way you're going to beat him is you got to go straight up top. A good look here at Jamie McLennan on the ISO. Just there, that puck had to be going higher into that top corner up there instead of down low, and that's why it didn't go in.
From the draw, Pronger can't keep the puck in. He holds a little bit, walls, then Laakkonen, and he can't get the shot. Pronger was very adept there. This is Turgeon. Power play for the Blues. They lead it 2-1. Pronger. This is Young. Drake and Turgeon are near the crease. Pronger will go over to McInnes. Now rink wide for Young. He shoots. Good save. Rebound. And where's the puck? Jamie McLennan has it. Oh, how close can you come? The Blues very close there.
How did that not go in? Dallas Drake with the rebound. We talked about it before in the last power play. You see Scott Young here, a right-handed shot, able to one-time it, and that puck popped in the air, and I don't know how. First of all, Dallas Drake missed it, and then Turgeon coming in late, but the puck from this angle will be better. You see Dallas Drake in front. He'll get it, and he'll try to bat this out of the air and just miss it right there, and then Turgeon tried to bank it in, wasn't able to, but a good opportunity from the overhead here. You see the puck bounce in front, and there, just a miss, and Turgeon just trying to get it towards the front of the net, and McLennan out of position, but able to hang on to it and cover up for faceoff.
8:55 left in the second. Half a minute to go, and Andy Sutton's penalty. Kuba gets the puck and clears it down the ice. This Minnesota team having such a fine season, piling up some points lately. In their last 8 games, 5 wins, 3 ties. They now have more points than 7 teams in the league. That's hard to believe for an expansion team. No icing. Turgeon, good hustle. Reardon's going to pinch in and harass Gaby. Now Turgeon takes over to Drake. He shoots. He scores! Great steal by Turgeon. Drake scores. There's that power play goal. What a huge goal that is. It makes it 3-1.
And that man, Pierre Turgeon, was the reason that this was scored. He beat Bombardier on the icing, if the Blues don't touch that puck, if the Wild touches, it comes all the way back for a face-off, and then they end up keeping it in. And here, a beautiful between-the-leg pass to the front of the net, and Dallas Drake just fires that in between the pads of Jamie McLennan. But it was about 10 seconds before that pass was made that the real play was made by Pierre Turgeon, and a great pass by Turgeon to Drake, and the Blues have that 2-goal lead again.
Well, Drake gets it his 8th. Turgeon, Reardon assisting at 11:31. So now the Blues have a shorthanded goal, an even strength goal, and a power play goal. Roost leaves the pass. Bad angle shot by Roost as Sushinsky gets him the puck back. Kuba off a glove. Here's Sushinsky, a pass in front, and the puck cleared out by Finley. 3-1 Blues. And offside are the Wild at the St. Louis line. 8:02 to go. Second period. Big goal by Dallas Drake. Recap. Andy Sutton scores for Minnesota. Mike Eastwood, Pierre Turgeon, and the man you see there, Dallas Drake, have scored for the Blues. 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. This is Kuba getting the puck ahead. Krivo-Kravtsov slides it in. Gavey on this line, along with Matt Johnson. They've had to shake things up with the injury to Jim Dowd. Quickly, Conroy to Mayers. Rhéaume on the line. Blues lose the puck, and at center ice, a chance for Dan Treble to take over. Rhéaume lets it go. Leg save, rebound. Krivo-Kravtsov, Minnesota can't clear. Conroy keeps the puck in. Here's Andy Sutton, hit by Rhéaume. Then the puck kept in by Finley. Here's Jamal Mayers. Little pass intercepted. Outlet from Sutton to Krivo-Kravtsov over to Matt Johnson. He'll shoot the puck in, and it deflects into the crowd. We're down to 7:14 to go in the second period. The Blues up by 2.
A very special 12th birthday to Brittany Lurson. She actually had her birthday on January 4th. I know she's watching tonight. We wish her a very special happy birthday.
We do. Shauna and David want to say hi to Carol and all of her family, Robin and Greg. Joe Horvath, no relation to the former NHLer Bronco Horvath, would like to say hello to his father, Joe. Bronco Horvath.
The all-time great names.
Yeah, he was a centerman with the Boston Bruins. I don't know if he played with anybody else, but Boston was his team. Bronco Horvath. Fleming McKell was on that team. That's an icing against the Blues. It's time for trivia, and well, it should be when we talk about Fleming McKell and Bronco Horvath. Our Dodds trivia. Who had the first 6-goal game in Blues history? How many of them have there been?
There's only one.
I was going to say.
There's only one.
Who had the first one?
That was it. Red Berenson, November the 7th in 1968, and in Philadelphia too, which is very impressive to score 6 goals on the road.
Dobbs trivia question. 68-69 banner hanging here. Blues were West Division champs in 68, 69, 69, 70. The early days, of course, when they had the very good teams. And the league had 6 teams, and they added 6 teams in the fall of 67, and the expansion teams were all in the same division. And the Blues had a very experienced team and won a lot of games in those early days. Here's Nash, the shot. Good stand-up save by Jamie McLennan. Back the other way. Nielsen past Walls. Now Walls gets a return pass, and the shot wide. Nice play by Lankinen, getting the puck back. Lankinen, rather, and the puck goes wide eventually and stopped with the net coming loose.
And Salvador's going to get a penalty because of that. They're going to call a delay of the game penalty for Salvador knocking the net off. Joe Quenneville not happy. He is not happy. He's saying that he fell. We'll have to watch this on the replay again and see if he actually did fall or not. But a good play by Walsh going through to the net. And as you see, there was Bryce Salvador. That was accidental. He was sliding, Kenny. So Joe Quenneville is absolutely right, because he was sliding there. He tried to balance himself. Yeah, maybe he kicked it a little bit with his right leg. But Don Van Massenhoven say that he purposely threw it off its moorings, so he goes in for delay of game.
That would be a difficult decision to say, yes, purposely he did that.
I don't think it was purposely. If he would have just knocked the top of the net, usually that's when it's purposely. You can see that pretty obviously. And there, he was sliding. Just tried to stop his slide.
Here's a shot. Oh, that deflects over the net. Kuba lets it go. So the Blues are shorthanded. Eastwood cannot clear. Eastwood, Hanzus, Finley, and Pronger killing the penalty. Hendrickson for Minnesota with a puck to Susinski. Back to Hendrickson, and the pass by Kuba. Salvador 13-19 going off. Minnesota is 0 for 2 on the power play. Their first power play, they didn't have a shot on goal. They had 3 of their 6 shots in the game on their second power play. Hendrickson gets a piece of a stick, either his or Nash's. Now Pronger will fire the puck in. Nash will end up with it. Sends it around behind the net. The Blues have been very strong in the penalty killing department. The fact is they probably had more offensive chances shorthanded than Minnesota has had on the power play. Kuba to Susinski. Susinski sends the puck back to Hendrickson, then to Gavey, then to Hendrickson. Susinski with a puck again. He's a 26-year-old from Russia. This is Susinski to Gavey to Susinski, and the net comes loose. Hendrickson seemed to collide a bit with Turek, and the net comes loose. Crowd's going, well, shouldn't we get a penalty there? Well, a little blood there.
Well, Hendrickson got a stick in the face by Tyson Nash right in the corner here, Kenny, in front of us, and there was no call, and you could see that it was obvious, and I can't believe that the referee didn't call right now. Brad Bombardier, the captain of the Minnesota Wild, over talking to one of the referees, but it was obviously Tyson Nash stick came up, and I couldn't believe that there was no call. It was a high stick right into the nose. We'll get a good look at it here. You'll see right here, you can see Tyson Nash there right away. Hendrickson head came back, and there should have been a penalty call, so Tyson Nash got away with one there.
Good coverage by our crew, able to get that shot. 3-1 Blues lead. They're shorthanded for another 45 seconds. This is Bombardier. I like his name better than Bronco Horvath. Brad Bombardier.
It is a good one for a hockey player.
That's great. Puck shot in by Stacy Roost, which is not one of the better hockey names. Stacy Roost.
No.
Here's Roost with Gavey and Krivo-Kravtsov up front in the Wild power play. McInnes trying to move the puck up the boards. Hanzus now can't go anywhere. Krivo-Kravtsov beaten to the puck by Pronger. And around at the point, Bombardier. And a nice play by McInnes. That puck was headed for Gavey, who sends the puck around behind the net. In 5 seconds, Salvador will be on, and that puck goes sailing over the glass into the crowd, and a young fan has himself a souvenir right below us.
Those are the ones that come right over the edge of the glass, and I'm glad those guys were awake there, because that could have hurt.
You know what he's saying? He's saying, look at this. It's 3 inches wide and 1 inch in height.
And it's 6 ounces, though. I think that one's a little heavier because it's the way it skidded off that top of the glass.
Yeah.
Happy guys. Nice souvenir. And it's always nice to get a souvenir that way, as long as it doesn't cut you at the same time.
Meanwhile, Hendrickson behind the trainer over there going, yeah, I got a souvenir too. Stick through my nose. O'Donnell, a shot looked like it was heading wide. Glove save by Roman Turek. So the penalty to Salvador is over. That's what hockey's all about. Darby Hendrickson showing it off. Crowd is sellout at Savas Center, where the Blues this season have won 16, lost 3, and tied 2, and they're leading this one 3-1. Both teams are at full strength. Walls aggressively getting ready for the face-off against Eastwood. Walls has been around Boston, Philadelphia, Calgary, Detroit. This is his 5th NHL team. Salvador advances the puck to Turgeon with Eastwood and Drake slowed up. Puck carried in. Eastwood is offside, so a whistle with 4:31 to go. First period, the Blues outshot Minnesota 17-3. They're out shooting them 11-4 here in the second period.
Here, Turgeon, another strong night. A goal and an assist. He was off his game the other night against Nashville, but he seems to regroup tonight, Kenny, as the rest of the Blues have.
Played a very strong game. Back for the puck is Kuba. Over far side. O'Donnell trying to poke the puck ahead. Turgeon intercepts to Drake, and it gets away. Kuba. Nice soft pass up the middle. Onto the right wing to Nielsen. Back into the middle to Laakkonen. And Nielsen can't get the puck, and it's out at center ice for Kuba. Philip Kuba. Over too far for Antti Laakkonen, and he finally gets the puck to Jeff Nielsen. He'll shovel it in. Minnesota is changing. Under 4 minutes now remaining in the second period. Long pass up to Turgeon. He'll just flip the puck in. 3-1 is comfortable. It allows you to play with confidence. And against a team that doesn't score much, it's a pretty good lead. Now Nash throws his weight into Bombardier. Krivokrasov takes the puck. I don't know why he turns that way. Shot by Reardon off the chest of McLennan. Then Nash is going to get a penalty for running down Bombardier. And Krivokrasov and anyone else in sight, he'll go off for charging Tyson Nash.
Only his third penalty of the night. Tyson Nash, we're talking about a pinball. This is a pinball, folks. He hits everything in sight, and he's going 100 miles an hour all the time. There's the first hit, and he keeps going. Another hit, this on Krivokrasov. And finally the one right there in front of the net that he's being called for charge. And I don't know if he took 3 steps, Kenny, before he hit him. I thought he maybe glided a little bit before he hit him.
The thing is, he never stopped the whole time he was out there. So anybody he hit, he was charging, Bernie.
And he spun around Hendrickson. He grabbed him by the shoulder and turned it around. But I would assume it's a charge.
Yeah.
No, he's calling it a cross check.
Looked like Don Van Massenhoven called it a charge.
But he said, I think they just now called a, no, there's a cross-checking penalty
for
Krivokrasov.
They've given Krivokrasov a penalty. Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Krivokrasov gets the cross-check. Nash gets the charge. Krivokrasov's I just trying to keep my balance and not get blown over by the wind. Here's Pronger back. 4-on-4 now. Pronger and Reardon. Heshtu has the puck. Then Hanzus against Gaby and Roost up front. Bombardier on defense with Benasek. Here's Hanzus. Quick snap shot right on. And a good save by Jamie McLennan. And we'll have a face-off in the Minnesota end. Nash is something to watch. He's energy. And when did he not slow down here? He was going the whole time.
Well, I still would like to know where the cross-check was there. There's, I guess, you could call that a charge. Bombardier wasn't looking there. I guess there's the cross-check after the whistle went. So, yeah, there it is. He made 2 calls, a charge and a cross-check. And Tyson Nash, no argument. But he does have energy. I think he must eat a lot of those energy bars in between periods, too.
Wow, there is career numbers. 246 penalty minutes in 105 games with 24 points. He's a pretty good player, you know, really, for his role. I mean, he's got some talent.
Well, he brings energy to this hockey club, too. And you know what? He's really started to chip on offensively. 6 goals this year, only 4 last year, the entire year. So
he can handle the puck a bit, and he gets where he's going pretty quickly.
Absolutely. He's done a great job this year. And he's killing penalties. Joel's using them in more situations, and he's got to love it.
4-on-4. Lubomir Sekrash. Over to O'Donnell, up the middle to Nielsen. We're down to 2:43 to go in the second period. Sutton scored at 6:59 of the period to cut the Blues' lead to 1. Then Drake a goal at 11:31. Now the Blues trying to get possession. They do. Mayers to Conroy, a shot. And McLennan the save, and he covers the rebound.
That shot has to be taken quicker. Conroy just hung on to that too long. Nice play by Jamal Mayers. Jamal Mayers stealing the puck, and you'll see here, right here, as Jamal Mayers right there in the middle, and Conroy coming in here. He's got to shoot that puck quicker. He can't stop it. Just got to shoot it real quick. Jamie McLennan, a good job there, moving laterally across the crease and not going down. A lot of times the goaltender will just fling both those feet and just dive from side to side, stack the pads. With McLennan, good job there to stay on his feet, move across with the play, and take that from the center of the chest. Look at Connie's numbers. 7 goals this season. No one works harder than Craig Conroy. He's having another fine season this year.
Turgeon the face-off, back to McInnes. He'll shoot. Oh, McLennan makes the save. Hesh trying to create a screen out in front, but moved away a bit by Ladislav Benasek.
Face-offs are so important. Pierre Turgeon wins another one right back to McInnes, and this through traffic. Everybody goes to the front of the net. You see Hesh standing off the corner there. Good job by McLennan just to hang on to that rebound.
From the face-off, bouncing puck for McInnes. He'll shoot off Turgeon's stick. And this is Benesek losing the puck. And then Hesh loses his balance. Turgeon back to Salvador. Now to Turgeon, back to Salvador again, and he has to battle the puck a little bit. He'll turn, move ahead. He's got Hesh, can't get the pass to him. Lakesonen blocking the pass. Benesek leaves the puck for West Walls. Under 2 minutes left here in the second period. Both teams remain shorthanded. Benesek goes down. Hesh with a puck. McInnes, a shot, he scored! Great setup by Hesh. Now McInnes buries it, and the Blues have a 4-1 lead.
This is what you call a tough ship for a defenseman. And Benesek fell down, gave away the puck to Hesh, and then the goaltender's worst nightmare, Al McInnes coming in off the wing with the one-timer, and this one right into the bottom corner. Jamie McLennan not able to take that step out as he was stuck inside the net there, and Al doesn't miss very often from there. A beautiful goal, nice setup, but all started by that man there, Benesek, falling down. He beat himself, Kenny. It was a heck of a move. He just fooled himself. Good work by Hesh, and a good finish by Al McInnes.
So Al McInnes gives the Blues their biggest lead of the night, 3. And 4 is a lot of goals for Minnesota to give up. Their last 8 games during which they've been undefeated, they've allowed only a total of 15 goals. 5 seconds, the penalized players, Nash and Krivokrasov, will be back. Here's Scott Young. Flipping the puck over to Pronger. Now Nash and Krivokrasov on. Here's Nash. Look at that speed around Kuba, and a great save by McLennan. And you got to add that Nash most nights is pretty colorful.
There was a good opportunity. He could have went all the way by Jamie McLennan. He would have had the open net if he would have deked him, but he chose to go to the backhander.
Yeah, but if he would have done that, he wouldn't have had the collision break.
And he did. He tried to run into him after he made the shot.
That's part of the deal. I mean, anybody can deke him and get behind him. But not everybody is going to run into him and flip over him. Here's Sekerash getting the puck over. Now it's center ice. Eastwood intercepts. Finley gives the puck to Pronger. Up on the wing to Mayers. He'll go rink wide to Rayon. Moving in. His shot goes wide. 38 seconds to go in the second period. This is Conroy to McInnes. A shot block. Now Salvador and Conroy will get back. This is Gaby. He can't get the puck in. And it's offside. He and Conroy mix it up just a bit. And we have 25.7 seconds remaining.
Well, we're going to get a good look at this goal again by Al McInnes, but it all started in the corner, and it's just a bad play by the defenseman. As you see, he's right here. He takes it. Watch, he's going to fall down here as he goes to spin, catch an edge, and then just fall down. And Hesh coming across. I see Jamie McLennan has to stay against this post as he moves across here, because if he doesn't, if he takes a step out here, he's Hesh will just take it and wrap it around. So instead, he has to stay along the post, and Al McInnes coming in from the side here. No chance for McLennan to take a step out, and that's why he's back inside the crease. And of course, Al McInnes right into that far corner.
Conroy with a puck. On with Mayers and Nash. Salvador and McInnes at the points, and to center ice. Sakarash, then the pass to Nielsen, and finally the puck flipped in by Johnson. McInnes advances it to Mayers. Now we've got Nash going at center ice against 2 men. Johnson comes in. He's the 3rd man in. Benesek, the defenseman, the first player, battling with Nash. And Matt Johnson about as sure a shot as a 3rd man in as I've ever seen.
I wonder who's the favorite player on the ice tonight for the Minnesota Wild. Matt Johnson wanted to be a part of that so badly, Kenny. I don't think Benesek fights very often. But Tyson Nash is unreal. Here we got him isoed here, so you'll watch here. He just keeps coming back. A couple of pushes, and they both of them dropped it off, and now here's Matt Johnson 6'6" coming to the aid. And you're right, Kenny. He's probably going to get third man in. At least he should.
I'd like somebody to see that and say he's not the third man in. Wow, 3.7 seconds to go here in the second period. Nash has that kind of impish look, and at times you see him with a helmet on. You get a close-up. He kind of has a 1970s look with that hair.
He's been very, very good tonight, and I think that's what the Blues needed, Kenny. After losing 2 in a row, they needed some spark. First shift, he takes a penalty, but it was because of the right reasons, and that's why he took the penalty. The Blues ended up scoring a shorthanded goal on the play.
Dallas Drake will be with us here in our second intermission, and then a WB 11 news break, and Bernie and I will have all the highlights from this second period. Pavel Demitra is in the building. He's talked about his injury. We'll have a report and an update on that. So you'll want to stay with us for this next intermission.
Well, Kenny, the extra penalty is going against the Wild, so the Blues are going to be on the power play.
Wes Walls, and for St. Louis, number 9, Tyson Nash. 5 minutes each for fighting. Also, number 12, Minnesota, Matt Johnson.
Kenny, it's hard to believe that that's 5-minute majors for fighting. There weren't any punches thrown.
Now we got another fight. This is Jamal Mayers and Sean O'Donnell at the end of the period. Mayers with a pretty good right there. Another good right. O'Donnell's in trouble. He's on the ropes. And he's thrown down. So Jamal Mayers wins that contest. Sean O'Donnell is big, but size isn't everything. He's 6'3", 230.
He got hit a couple of good ones by Jamal Mayers, so that's clearly a decision to Jamal Mayers.
The Blues outshoot Minnesota 17-4 in that period. Hockey fans, enjoy tonight's game with a cold Bud Light because it won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. The Blues have the lead 4-1. Dallas Drake joins us. So stay with us here at Savvis Center. Pavel Demitra suffering an eye injury. The Blues dearly miss him, to say the least, that eye injury in that recent game with Phoenix.
Well, a scary moment. Sushi just trying to clear the puck. You see one hand came off the stick and just the blade, the tip of the blade went right into the corner of Pavel's eye, and it was a very tough situation.
Pavel here tonight, and a moment ago he talked about that recent injury.
They don't really say anything. I have to go see the bow doctor Wednesday, and they're gonna probably decide. But that's what they're talking about. Probably like 1 week, 2 weeks, and I'm just gonna start a little workout, and probably 3 weeks I'll be on the ice. I love to play, and I just especially last couple of weeks I have so much fun on the ice, you know, and putting pucks in the net, and it's a great feeling, and especially when your team winning, and that's what I hope so gonna do when I come back.
Obviously, Pavel's feeling very, very good that it was not a real serious injury, because those are the ones that you can be out. Hey, you can lose a career. We saw Brian Berard last year in the same situation in Toronto, and he may never play again. So I know that Pavel's very relieved, as is the team, because, hey, that guy is a very important part of this team, and that's why these lines have been switched up the last couple of games. Blues with that 2-game losing streak, and that man right there, Michael Hanzus, really misses not having his winger out with him all the time. They are a great pair together, and to not have Pavel there has been very hard on that line.
Short-handed are the Wild. Hendrickson with Turgeon on the face-off, and Minnesota has the puck. Benasek up here to Hendrickson, the puck high in the air as he gets the tip from Gavey, and then Pronger takes over. A minute 43 in the Blues power play. They're 1 for 4. Here's a shot. McLennan the save. Rebound tipped away. The Blues with 34 shots on goal, 11 of them on the power play. Minnesota tonight has had only 7 shots on goal total. Pronger and McInnes with Turgeon, Hesht, and Young. And a new goaltender for Minnesota, Manny Fernandez, the ex-Dallas Star. Here's Al McInnes. Gets the puck back from Pronger to Turgeon, off the boards. Now there'll be a penalty. Hesht is going to go off. Lubomir Sekerash going tumbling down.
I don't believe that Hesh meant to do anything. I think that maybe Sekarash may have stepped on his stick, Kenny. It was right in front of the net in the crease there as Hesh was battling with him. We'll get a good look at, hopefully get a good look. Hesh in front of the net, right in front of the net there. He actually got spilled a little bit by Jamie McLennan, and I guess he did. He went ahead and hooked him, so it's a trip there. So Hesh goes off. We'll play 4-on-4 for 1:06, and then the Wild will be on another power play.
51 seconds. Hesh goes off. There are the numbers for Manny Fernandez taking over here in the third. Pretty impressive goals against average, 2.15.
What's amazing about him, Ken, is that it's hard to believe that he's got all the wins and Jamie McLennan has got all the losses, and they really, their statistics are pretty close as far as goals against, save percentage, and all that. It's just the Wild don't score any goals when Jamie's in the net.
Roos loses the puck. So does Conroy, then batted away. 4-on-4 here now with Heshdorf for the next 33 seconds. Blues can't work in. Kuba comes to center ice for Minnesota. He'll flip the puck in. 1.5 minutes gone in the third, and the Blues have a commanding 4-1 lead. Salvador into the offensive zone, just flips the puck in deep. Turgeon goes after it, tips it away, and Minnesota on the attack. Aaron Gavey. Long shot, a good save by Turek. Puck tipped out. 3 seconds. The Wild will move on to a power play. Gavey shoots the puck around behind the net. The penalty is over, and the Blues shorthanded clear the puck down the ice. The Wild, you see, 0 for 3 in the power play. So 4 of their 8 shots have come on the power play. At even strength, they've had 4 shots on goal tonight. That's it. Sutton, who has their only goal, fires the puck in. Knocked down by Sushinsky. Finley advances the puck for Hanzus, and it ends up at the point. Kuba, and a glove save on Kuba's shot by Roman Turek. Blues hockey is brought to you in part by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. You visit any of their 5 St. Louis area locations.
Pretty easy night for Roman Turek. That's just the 8th shot of the game for the Wild, which is unbelievable, Kenny. This is what we're used to seeing. The Blues a little stutter the last couple of games, I guess. Actually, I thought they played pretty well in Ottawa. They just as well could have won that game in Ottawa. You see Roman 1 goal allowed on 8 shots. Jamie McLennan now on the bench getting a well-deserved rest after the Blues peppering with 34 shots through 2 periods. That's a whole game.
Sutton a shot and a glove save by Turek. Sutton there bidding for his 2nd goal of the night.
We talk about important face-offs. This one the Wild win directly back, and Sutton the puck rolling there with the shot headed for the inside of the post there. A good save by Roman Turek as he's in good position. Goaltender has to react very quickly, but you can see by the position of Roman Turek, he made it look easy.
The Blues, who have lost only 7 times in their first 37 games, a save, and McKenna can't get a shot on the 2nd attempt, and the puck cleared down the ice. 7 losses in 37 games. It's incredible, and it would appear that they'll pick up the win here tonight. Salvador back. Now everybody's at full strength. Hesh tips the puck to Conroy. On the far side, here's Nagy. Hesh to the net. Oh, and he steers the puck wide. He had a wide open net. Back the other way. Sushinsky leaves the puck. Kuba off the skate of Sushinsky. He'll flip it in, and it's offside. Minnesota.
There's a good look at Dan Treble, University of Minnesota, and this is a great play by Nagy across, and this is a very difficult puck to handle. You're on your backhand and you're going full speed, and I really thought that Hesh did a great job just to get a handle on it and then slide it through the open side. He had the whole empty net, but he slid it too far. You can see his reaction. He can't believe that he missed the open net. It's hard to do, to fire it wide when you're that close to the net. But a good scoring opportunity by the Blues created by an odd man rush.
With the speed he had heading to the net, probably to just let the puck hit his stick, it probably would have just ended up in front and gone in. Nagy to Conroy. Conroy can't put it in. Low shot, and Fernandez, a big glove save on Reed Lowe, and the Blues give you every indication that they're not done yet.
Another odd man rush, this time a 2-on-1, and Nagy should have probably shot. He really, I think, surprised Craig Conroy. You see the 2-on-1 here, and now you think that Nagy's going to shoot this. No, but he gets it right back to Conroy, who was not expecting it. He would have had the open net, and here Reed Lowe coming in late. The shot there from the side of the net, a good position there by Fernandez, standing up and then taking that shot in the midsection, then falling on it. But Reed Lowe with a nice opportunity there off that turnover.
Had Conroy anticipated it all, that would have been an easy goal.
Oh yeah, I mean, he wasn't expecting it. You always have to expect something, especially when you've got a kid like Nagy who's so talented, who likes to pass the puck.
Here's Sutton. That's a perfect example of, you know, not playing with that player very much, not sure. You know, if you played with him 3 or 4 weeks, you'd say, oh, he's going to give it back to me probably. Great, the shot. And that deflects wide. Turgeon hits the side of the net. Minnesota trying to clear, and they do to center ice.
You make a great point there, King. That's exactly it. When you know the players, the type of players you're playing with, you expect certain things, and I don't think Conroy expected that at all.
Turgeon, a Young, just out of his reach. Crowd thought maybe there was a penalty there. Here's Krivo-Kravtsov. Now a chance for Laaksonen, and his backhander turned away, centering. Pronger gets the puck. Oh, what a play there by Pronger. Oh, is that sweet. Now Turgeon, both teams changing. Turgeon centers. Young, a shot, and Fernandez makes the save, and a whistle stops play.
This is the type of Blues team, Kenny, that we've watched all year. This was not the team that we saw on Thursday night. The Blues really have really done a good job. Chris Pronger with a great play. Just total relaxed here. No rush, and then the perfect saucer pass. Is that any good to Turgeon breaking into the neutral zone? And a nice play by Turgeon, too. You see how he can changes his pace, changes his speed, and then just throws it to the front. And Scott Young with a good opportunity there going to the net. Good save by Fernandez.
Hanzus, Rayolman hashed with McInnes and Salvador. Bombardier with a puck. He's on defense with Benasek. Benasek plays the puck up the boards, just tipped out by Sushinsky, who's on with McKenna and Roost, and a loose puck, and a good play by McInnes. Now a pass hits Sushinsky. Roost is in alone. He fakes. He shoots. To the pad. Save by Roman Turek. Now the Blues unable to clear. Sushinsky unable to center against Salvador, who advances the puck too far for Rayolm. Bombardier keeps it in. McKenna knocked down by McInnes. McKenna is that fellow who's 6'8". Now the puck sent into the corner. Salvador beaten there by Sushinsky. In front. Oh, what a move. What a save by Turek. Great save on Philip Kuba. Boy, what a save. Boy, is this maybe wide open now or what?
Well, you know, that's something the Blues don't want to get into a situation like that. But right now the Wild have got no choice but to go everything they can at the Blues. And we're going to see probably a lot of chances for the Blues because of the odd man rushes now, with the Wild taking their chances.
Hendrickson unable to center. 14:18 to go. 4-1 Blues. Sutton keeps the puck in. Eastwood intercepts. Ahead offside. Eastwood was on his side of the blue line, and Nagy out over the center checkered red line.
And Mike Eastwood had plenty of time, too, to lead him, take that extra step and get the blue line. But Roman Turek, Kenny, what I like about Roman Turek is when he's playing confidently, he stops the puck, he handles the puck very well, and he's been real good tonight. He hasn't been tested that much, but look at the positioning. He moves with him, gets that big pad out, and then holds his skate there against that post there so the puck can't go in. And then he made a nice save off Kuba, too, coming in on the right point. But something I haven't noticed in Roman Turek is he hasn't been that confident. I don't think he's been maybe getting enough work. You know, he's been really trading nights with Brent Johnson. Last year, Roman Turek with the majority of the games. Jamie McLennan really strictly a backup, but Brent Johnson has been playing as many games as Roman. So Brent has a lot of confidence. You look at that record, you should have confidence with only 2 losses out of 16, but I don't think that Roman's really found the confidence that he really had last year yet this season.
Dan Treble takes the puck. He's on with Finley. This is Eastwood. He is centering low. And Nash, or rather Nagy, and this is Nagy losing the puck. Trying to get it back. He can't. Now a quick shot by Hendrickson wide. He's on with Pellerin and Krivo-Kravtsov. Lowe gets the puck out. Eastwood plays it over here to Dan Treble. His pass is behind Lowe, and it's offside. 4-1. The Blues lead the Wild here in the third period. Tyson's goals.
Absolutely, and really the story, Kenny, is the shots on goal, 37-14 for the Blues, and that's why they're way ahead.
Blues own the puck. They own the game. This is Reardon to Conroy. Rayom on his left, Mayers on his right. Rayom, a shot that's blocked. Now Conroy hit by McKenna. Rayom gets the puck, intending to get it to Mayers. It goes right on goal. Fernandez the save, and now the puck cleared down the ice by Minnesota. Pronger will go back. This will be icing. And we're down to 13:09 to go. And special teams, as we indicated there, Bertie, have been special tonight for the Blues.
Well, one of the Toyota keys was that special teams, and here it is, a shorthanded goal by Mike Eastwood, stealing the puck. The Blues, the best penalty killing in the league. That was the 9th shorthanded goal that Minnesota's given up. And here a power play goal. Beautiful feed from Pierre Turgeon to Dallas Drake, and then another one here. This one hashed to Al McInnes right off the post. So when you have good special teams, usually you win the games, Kenny, and there is maybe the story of the game right now with the Blues with the 3 special team goals.
Here's a shot by McInnes, the save, rebound, and Fernandez has the puck again.
Blues continue to pepper shots at, this time, Manny Fernandez, and again a face-off that the Blues win, and Al McInnes, you see the patience there, waited, and then the fire, the good save there with the pad, left pad, and then Craig Conroy going to the net. But there's a good lesson right there. Wes Waltz, even though he lost the face-off, you see how right there he stays with his man, which happens to be Craig Conroy, and doesn't allow him to get a good shot, and that's something you have to do as a center iceman.
McInnes blasted one that time. The Blues are everywhere. Conroy a shot. Fernandez another save. McInnes had 7 shots on goal coming into this period. I know he's just had 2, so he's got at least 9 shots on goal in this game. Ooh, the puck almost reaches Nielsen. Now Conroy for Mayers. He'll let her rip. Good save by Fernandez. And we go back the other way. Antti Laaksonen out of the University of Denver, and both teams are changing after the Turek save. Here's Mayers. His pass for Turgeon gets away. Back goes Philip Kuba. He's on defense with Sean O'Donnell, and to center ice they come. This is O'Donnell over to Scott Pellerin. His shot hits the shin guard of Treble, and the Blues able to clear the puck out. We're just coming up to the 8-minute mark of the 3rd period. Neither team has scored in this period. The Blues have a 3-goal lead. Pass gets away from Pellerin. Minnesota came in undefeated in their last 8 games. Just 1 tie or win shy of the longest unbeaten streak ever by an expansion team. The Panthers, Florida Panthers in 93-94, their first season had a 9-game unbeaten streak. Nash a shot, and Fernandez the save. Tyson Nash on with Young and Turgeon, and here's Scott Pellerin. Pellerin shy of the red line, shoots it in, but the other linesman says deflected. The one wanted icing, so there is no icing. Pronger to Hecht. Jochen Hecht gets around Sutton. What a move, what a shot, and what a save by Fernandez. Puck tipped out by McKenna, and back to control Todd Reardon. He'll give the puck to Nash. Now to Hanzus. Look out. And Sutton got everything up in the air. There's going to be a penalty. Nash loses the puck, and as it's touched by Sushinsky, there's going to be a high sticking penalty. Of course, Andy Sutton is tall, 6'6", but he had his arms up, his stick up, and he'll take a 2-minute penalty.
And he missed his man, and he, I guess, was happy to get his stick up. He'd rather sit in the box here. He missed Michael Hanzus there. Michael just stepped away there. You see the stick come up, and I don't even know if that was a high sticking penalty. I don't know why you called it. But the stick was somewhere in the area of his hand, so I guess that's why he called it a high stick. His stick was above his head. So Andy Sutton goes off. The Blues right now with 45 shots, Kenny. That's their high. That ties their high of the season. They had 45 last Saturday against Phoenix. Only 3 times this season before this they've had 40 or more shots, and it looks like this is going to be the most shots that they're going to have unless they don't have another shot in the last 11 minutes. Kenny, I don't think that's possible.
I think they've got a few more left. 16 shots tonight for Minnesota. They clear the puck the length of the ice. The Blues on the power play with Sutton going off at 9:03. The Blues are 1 for 5. 12 of those 45 shots have come with a man advantage. This is Jochen Hecht in front, out of the reach of Rhéaume. Hecht, Rhéaume, and Hanzus, Pronger, and McKinnis on the power play. Minnesota with some fresh penalty killers. Hendrickson and Gavey up front. O'Donnell and Bombardier on defense. Bombardier ends up with a puck. Hits O'Donnell in the back. So here's Rhéaume. Pascal Rhéaume to Michael Hanzus. Nice pass to Pronger. Oh, to Rhéaume. Oh, baby, was that pretty. Now that's a Norris Trophy winner pass there. And Rhéaume did what they always tell you. Kid, keep your stick on the ice.
Al McKinnis and Chris Pronger didn't have their best game on Thursday night, Kenny, but tonight, this is something we've talked about so many times. These guys have got their head up all the time. Pass back to Chris Pronger now. He's got his head up the whole way. He's not shooting at it to net. He's firing it right at Pascal Rhéaume, who's able to just redirect that into the net. But is that any good? There's shot number 46, another power play goal, and the Blues lead 5-1.
9:47 the time. Pronger and Hanzus get the assists. So a power play goal, new season high, 46 shots on goal. A 5-1 Blues lead. Now the puck in the Blues zone, and Eastwood has it. You know, you kind of came into the building tonight saying Minnesota hasn't lost an 8. They get a win in overtime last night over Detroit at home, and you know the Blues are going to play well. I mean, you know, this one had 5-6-1 written all over it, really, even though you thought, well, maybe it'll be one of those 1-0, 2-1 games, but you had to sense this was in the works. Absolutely. Fernandez will hold on here.
Absolutely, Ken.
So the Blues in a rout, 9:30 to go. They are up by 4. Moon and Jeff Bernthal for the latest news. Marquetta Brown has your weather forecast, and Dan Issa has sports. WB11 News tonight after hockey. The Blues are up 5-1. Here's Reardon. He'll let one rip. That deflects off Pellerin. Gavey with the puck for Minnesota. 9:22 remaining in the third period. This crowd has gotten their money's worth here tonight, and it's another huge crowd. Turek flings the puck up the boards. Kuba battling, can't keep it in. Remember, Philadelphia will be here on Monday night. The Philadelphia Flyers. They've had a tough season. Of course, Lindros gone. John LeClaire has been out. He's probably going to be back in this coming week, but not for Monday. But Philadelphia, always an interesting team to watch. That'll be quite a game on Monday. We'll be with you on Fox Sports Net Monday at 7 with a pregame at 6:30. Both teams are changing here. Sutton leaves the puck on the boards for Pellerin. 8:40 to go. Over to the far side. Now back for Pellerin on the return from Walls. Treble takes Pellerin down. Drake in the corner. He has one of the Blues goals. Now Young ends up with a puck. A pass for Turgeon. Trying to work in. Then Treble just hands the puck away. And here's Scott Pellerin. Eastwood, Turgeon, Drake, McKinnis, and Rhéaume have scored for the Blues. Sutton has the goal for Minnesota. Nielsen tied up. Loose puck. Turgeon shoots it in. Young after it. And tips the puck into the corner. Wes Walls for Minnesota. And he sidesteps Drake. Working in with Laaksonen. And the puck ends up behind the net. Here's Dan Treble. Coming over from Pittsburgh recently in that Mark Bergevin deal. Over to Finley, back to Treble. 7:45 to go. The shots now are 46-16 favoring the Blues. Sekerash, the 32-year-old Slovakian, gets to center ice, then loses the puck to Tyson Nash. Then Hecht gets it and flips it in. Benesek for Minnesota. Now Hecht intercepts. Oh, what a nice pass for Hanzus. To Nash. Can't quite get his stick on the puck. At center ice, here's Reardon. He has the pass knocked down by Sushinsky, and Drake, or rather Nash with the puck. Shoots it in. Could be icing. Sutton will go back, touch it, and it is an icing call against the Blues. 6:54 remaining. Let's turn to our Postnet.com fan poll. You had a chance to log on to stlouisblues.com earlier. Who has the early lead in capturing the Norris Trophy? 60% say Chris Pronger, 31% Al McInnes. I think a lot of Blues fans are watching also, Bernie. Not that they're not deserving, but
I would say so. There's all 6 of those players certainly could deserve to win the Norris Trophy this year. Of course, there's the man that won it last year, has played absolutely outstanding again this season. Al McInnes has been great. But all those other guys, Bork, Leach, Blake, all good players. Lidstrom having another good year in Detroit.
Gave a shot and a glove save by Turek. And a stoppage in play. If you would vote like that in Los Angeles, it would be 98% Rob Blake.
Probably. But Rob Blake may not be there by the end of the year. That will be the interesting thing.
Let's turn to our Commerce Bank big save of the game.
Roman Turek has been outstanding here on the breakaway here by Stacey Roos. You'll see the right pad come out and just kick this one out. That's our Commerce Bank big save of the night.
Here's another save by Turek on Kuba's shot. 6:40 to go. Minnesota piling up the shots here in the third period, which is prone to happen. They had about 7 shots when it mattered. Now they've gotten 11 shots in this period. Now Al McInnes with a puck. He loses it. And here's Aaron Gavey. McInnes, nice recovery. Gavey spins away from Eastwood. Gives the puck to Roos. Krivo-Kravtsov is the other forward. And he hands it away to Eastwood. And Nagy a pass too far for Lowe. He'll just tap the puck in. And Stacey Roos back. 6 minutes to go in regulation play. And most likely in the game, the Blues have a 5-1 lead. Dallas won tonight in Boston 4-0. And that's offside. Colorado, a team the Blues always think about, a 2-2 final in Carolina. Blues lead this one 5-1. Right from the neutral faceoff, Minnesota's Sutton with a puck gets it in. Treble will go back. He's on with Finley. Conroy up front with Meyers. And Rayom. This is Rayom against Kuba, and the puck deflects into the crowd. The Blues have a 4-goal lead.
Blues hockey on WB11 is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. By your Missouri, Illinois Dodge dealers. By TWA, one airline with one mission, yours. And by Pepsi, the joy of cola.
From the faceoff, the Blues control. Here is Conroy just dumping it in. Manny Fernandez will scoop the puck up and hold on. And we're down to 5:23 to go here in the third period. There's a great Blues fan who lives over in Germany, in Siegen, Germany, by the name of Marcel Globish. I've seen pictures of his room and him, and Bernie, he is a Blues fan, and he's got a lot of friends here in St. Louis. Becky and Rachel Millinger, Christine Spate, Kathy Porter, Judy Reagan. Also a couple of other great Blues fans over in Germany, Thomas Scharf and Klaus Gieser. And they watch a lot of games. They're able to pick them up. They wanted to wish you and I a happy new year and all the great Blues fans. Of course, Jochen Hesch is a player that makes all of those folks in Germany very proud. Now a fight breaks out. It's Sean O'Donnell who wants to go again with Jamal Mayers. He had a tough time in the first fight. He's got a little bit better luck so far. His right hand is loose. And whoa, and he gets a pretty good right in there at the end. And now it's one. Is there time for a third fight to decide it? They each win one.
Well, they're going to get out with a little more than 5 minutes. Well, but 17 seconds left. Unless the whistle goes, they're going to have 17 seconds. But Sean O'Donnell is a gamer. I really like the way he played in L.A. Here's a guy that shows up every night, and he didn't like what happened the last time when him and Mayers fought, so he went after him again. And you have to give a guy credit for going after him. And clearly, Sean O'Donnell lost that first one at the end of the second period. This one he bared pretty well because he actually took the initiative to start the fight. He actually should get the aggressor. He probably won't, but Those are the kind of guys you like to have on your hockey club.
That's going to be pretty tough to fight. It looked like Mayers there wasn't even thinking about it, and all of a sudden you're in a fight. I mean, you know, to really fight, you got to get going a little bit.
Yeah, that adrenaline kicks in. I mean, I didn't have that many, but it does kick in. The adrenaline gets going very quickly, and you don't want to get that one punch in the middle of the melon, Kenny. So it gets you pumped up pretty quickly.
Well, he gets the instigating penalty. So O'Donnell gets instigating, 5 for fighting in a game misconduct.
Correction, a 10-minute misconduct.
Check it, a 10-minute misconduct.
And
Not that it makes any difference.
No, it's not about. I will bet now that the Blues are going to get into the 50 shots now, Kenny. We have 5:17 left. They're at 47, so they're on the power play. I think that they'll get at least 3 shots. Well,
the all-time team record, of course, for shots in a game is 61. 61.
I guess 62 that night, so I was wrong.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
I thought it was 62, but we did check it here. It's 661. 47-18 are the shots tonight. The Blues lead at 5-1. Here's shot 48, maybe. It deflects wide, and the puck cleared down the ice by Darby Hendrickson. So McKenna will serve the 2-minute minor. And here come the Blues. And they're offside, but a delayed call, and the puck comes out. McInnes and Pronger. Are we just going to keep hammering away here, huh?
Why not?
And up front, Lowe, Eastwood, and Nagy. That's where we're giving them a little bit of a break. Here's Eastwood with a puck. Too low behind the net for Nagy. He runs into Bombardier. Eastwood there battling with Benasek. Now back for the puck is Scott Pellerin, and he'll blast it the length of the ice.
Maybe Joel doesn't want to get 50 shots.
Maybe not. 13 shots on the power play, which is only 5 fewer shots than Minnesota has had the entire game. And they've had a third of their shots, a third of their 18 shots on the power play. But again, they came into this period, Minnesota did, with only 7 shots total. McInnes fires it in. Now they've got Turgeon, Drake, and Young out there. This could be 6-1 here in a moment. Under 4 minutes remaining. McInnes flips the puck, tipped away by Sekerash. Young to Drake. Drake back to Young. Turgeon's in front, and the pass out of his reach. Pierre Turgeon, he's got a goal and an assist. He's had a very good game. Now to Pronger. His pass over for Young, knocked away. And the battle on the boards with 3.5 minutes remaining. Here's McInnes, barely able to keep the puck in. Young over to Turgeon. Had the idea there to Drake with the head fake. Now Drake gets the puck, a shot blocked. Manny Fernandez in goal in this period for Minnesota after Jamie McLennan played the first 2. McKennan's back on, so the Blues don't get anything in this power play. What a save there on Reardon. Now Pronger, a pass for Turgeon, gets away. Turgeon flips the puck behind the net, chopped up the boards by Sekerash, and here's big Steve McKenna. They get the puck in. Both clubs are changing. Now Salvador and McKenna mixing it up a bit. Reardon just clears the puck out. 2:40 to go. The Blues lead it 5-1. And Hanzus accidentally got his stick up that time, I believe, on Bombardier, and he'll take a high sticking penalty. Bernie, our Budweiser player of the game is Tyson Nash.
Even though he hasn't figured into the scoring, Kenny, this is the guy that came out early. He was the guy that set the tone in the game that, hey, it's been ugly. We lost 2 in a row. I'm going to take it into my own hands. A good scoring chance, but first shift, he took a penalty because he was being very active, going in, hitting everybody, and even though he took 3 penalties, he really set the tone, and he deserves to be the Bud player of the game. And boy, they like watching him, don't they?
Oh, man. Well, he is fun. And you should have fun watching hockey. Here's a shot, stick save on Benasek by Turek. Minnesota keeps the puck in. Salvador tries to clear, can't. Kept in by Sushinsky. And here's Finley. And he'll clear the puck the length of the ice. Minnesota will go down to defeat for the second time here this season, losing October 13th 2-0. And the Blues will be here against Philadelphia on Monday night, then on the road for 4 to Anaheim, San Jose, LA, and Phoenix. Sushinsky stopped by Turek. Arzus in the box, serving a high sticking penalty. Finley clears the zone. We're down to 1:53 to go in this one. Minnesota goes home again. They played 10 of the last 12 at home. Play here tonight and go home for 2 more home games. Then they have a mean stretch coming up later on where they play something like 13 or 15 on the road. It always does even out somehow.
Yes, it does. You have to play 82, 41 of them on the road.
Now Roos leaves the puck. Kuba's shot knocked down, and on the attack it is Nash with Conroy. 2-on-2. Blues shorthanded, and the play broken up by Sekerash. Over on the wing off the skate of Nielsen. Turek decides to come out, whips the puck up the boards, and Sekerash can't get it. Conroy gives it to Nash. Reardon moves up. Nash can't get the puck to him, takes a shot, and a good save by Manny Fernandez. 1 minute to go in this one. Here's Lubomir's Sekerash. Sekerash winds up, shot, stick save by Roman Turek. Dan Treble with the puck. Shots in this period, 15-14 Blues. But again, remember, Minnesota had only 7 shots total in the first 2 periods. The Blues are at 49. Be nice to get one more.
I agree. Get to 50.
Shots are 49-21. Arzus out of the box to Eastwood. Just take a shot. He does. All right. Fernandez the save. Out in front, knocked away. 22 seconds to go. 50 shots for the Blues tonight. The crowd loves it. What a show. What a show by the Blues. 12 seconds to go. This crowd, 19,913. Another sellout on their feet. 4 seconds to go. So the Blues have another victory. And it's a rout. Roman Turek very strong. So that 2-game losing streak comes to an abrupt end.
And you could sense it, Kenny, right off the start today. They went off right at the opening puck drop, and they went right after Minnesota. They knew they were not going to be denied and win tonight, and a great effort right from the forwards to the defense. Roman Turek was sharp when he was called upon, so clearly they wanted to get that out of their system, and let's hope this is a start to another big winning streak.
Well, thanks for being with us. Dan McLaughlin on assignment for Bernie. I'm Ken. Final tonight, Blues 5, Wild 1. Next telecast Monday night, Philadelphia. Coverage at 6:30 on Fox Sports Net. Broadcasters Blazers and Cutter and Buck apparel provided by Ad Creations Promotions Group of downtown St. Louis. Our crew always great here. Tom McLaughlin,